Hello everybody. Today we'll be talking about double jump. You know it, you love it. It's a staple of movement games all across the internet. It's practically absurd not to have one. It's a universally understood mechanic that seems to have been perfected, so what changes could I possibly make to this classic ability to improve it for my game? I'll be walking you through Sudden Death's double jump, how I made it, and how surprisingly complicated it is. If you've played Sudden Death, you've probably thought to yourself at least once that double jump is a little bit strange, or more specifically, the triple jump is. Sometimes, whenever you press the spacebar, you get a triple jump, and sometimes you don't, for seemingly no reason. Maybe you've been able to work out the pattern for yourself, but today I'll be taking you on a deep dive to see how it works. First, the basics. When you jump off the ground, you can jump again midair, and then you can't do this again until you touch the ground. Your double jump, alongside a number of your other abilities, all recharge when you touch the ground, regardless of its shape. Remember this for later. Let's go over the coyote jump. If you've played a platformer before, you're probably familiar with the term coyote time. Imagine it like this. A short time after running off a platform, you still have the ability to register a jump input in order to make the game feel more fair, and cut down on times where you just fell off a platform even though you pressed the spacebar. Sudden Death takes this principle of coyote time and applies it just everywhere. Unlike other games, Sudden Death doesn't check that you've jumped until you've actually pressed the spacebar. So you can walk off an edge and you still haven't jumped yet, meaning you can use that jump midair, and then you still have a second jump right after that. This is my substitute for coyote time, and allows the player to use their jumps however they see fit, even if it's off an edge. This makes your jumps a lot more versatile. Most people would think of a second jump as extra height, which you still get by jumping off the ground before using your double jump. But here you have a second option. You can elect not to jump to gain access to your third jump in order to use them both for distance rather than height. This tech is also super helpful for jumps that require you to fall down before going elsewhere. So Sudden Death's double jump can be used for height, distance, and serves as coyote time. What else can it do? Well, now we get into the double jump economy, as I call it. Performing another of actions or combos can refresh your double jump without touching the ground. The most notable examples of these are swing bars, wall run walls, and rail grinds. I have all three of these labeled as ground, despite them, not really being so. This allows you to refresh your abilities and also have them grant you your third midair jump, regardless of where you are. Another way to get your triple jump for free, and actually the easiest way, is slide jumping. But slide jumping actually has its own chunk of code. It isn't just the result of jump carrying your slide momentum, it actually has its own custom jump force it applies to you. A slide jump sends you more forward than upwards. But because it's in its own category of jump, a playtester actually discovered that it doesn't count for either your first or your second jump, allowing you to slide jump and then still have both of your jumps afterwards. This was originally unintentional, but its effects on gameplay made it really good for horizontal challenges, so I left it in. So as a recap, here are all the ways you can activate your triple jump reliably. Walking off a ledge without jumping, using a swing bar, wall running, rail grinding, and slide jumping. Hopefully now you'll be more informed about when and where you get access to your triple jump. I have plans for future combos of abilities also being able to refresh your double jump, the same way 2 wall kicks in a row refreshes your air dash. I want Sudden Death to be a very complex game of managing resources and knowing what combos you can pull off to get those resources back in the middle of whatever action you're performing. Before I let you go, allow me to show you a tad of what I've been working on recently. Most prominently, my time has been taken up by art and animation, specifically with the warp snap ability, which has exited line art and has progressed onto the coloring phase, which is my favorite. Some other abilities will be receiving similar 2D animations to help them fit with the game's art style. I'm talking about speed lines for ground dash and air dash, and if I can get it to work, dynamic speed lines which will change color based on how fast you're going, which I think will be fun. Additionally, I've been working on a new weapon and a new ability, both of which will have very substantial impact on the game's meta, which I'll keep a secret for now until they've been cooked a little longer. Additionally, I've made resetting runs a lot easier, and the game even saves what you've chosen previously to make repeat runs a lot snappier. That's about all I have for you today. Join my server by friending me on Discord, username on the screen now. Thank you for tuning in, and happy hunting. See ya.